Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm MRG, and I voice Ariana, Gabriel, and Kiku. With me today, I have my co host. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, yo, it's me, Felix the Bard. I voice Takibi and Michael.
It's good to have you with me. Now, people already involved with the channel and in our Discord server know that I've been playing another story of Fallen Maidens, Fallen Hero, and the Magic Sword of Truth. My god, why do some Japanese games have names that are the proverbial 5 miles long? Anyway,
Uh,
this will be a review of that game.
Sorry for those of you that are here for the T and A. We can't really show that.
Yeah. On the upside, the recordings of that playthrough will be available on our Patreon page for public access.
Yeah, so go check it out. And maybe drop some money on us. We have families to feed.
Moving along, in this review, we'll be covering the game's history and development, its storyline, and our thoughts.
And I'll be a mouthpiece for the less technical.
Right. Now, let's begin. Another story of Fallen Maidens, Fallen Hero, and the Magic Sword of Truth, or as I'm going to call it after this point, Fallen Maidens, is an interactive story game developed by the people Exet and published at Comiket 90 or on August 14th, 2016.
Huh, didn't know that.
The English version became available on September 20th, 2018. The English and Japanese versions are deliberately censored thanks to the pixel art style. As far as I'm aware, this was a deliberate choice on the part of the devs.
Yeah, sorry, boys. Nothing high def about this.
The game has a total of 11 transformation sequences, with 4 of them ending up on the cutting room floor. Those cut transformations include White, Kraken, Zombie, and Lamia. We have the finished sprites, but we have no idea what transformation would have led to them.
Oh no, I would have loved a Lamia.
Same here. Again, we still have the resulting Momono sprites if you want to see them.
Are are they safe?
Yeah, it's just the character standing there.
Then pop them up there.
Okay, this is the White's transformations end sprite.
Huh. She loses the beret in this one.
Well, there is the tiara.
True, just saying.
Right, and here's the Kraken.
Well, shit. There's my bias rising up.
You like Kraken?
I'm just saying there was a lot of purple there.
Fair enough. And here's the zombie.
Huh. I'm sure that's someone's dream.
I'm told the married ones look more, I guess the appropriate word is lively.
Well, that's good. And the grand finale.
Here she is, the Lamia.
Beautiful.
Right. Now, I imagine the viewers are curious about the baseline human lady these monsters come from.
Oh, right. Our cute little hero lady.
This is our hero, Aristia Vitrol. She is stated in the game to be the last hero of the Order in Lescatier to be uncorrupted during the fall. How she got out of that unscathed is unknown, but we can presume it to be a mix of her martial prowess and sheer luck, as well as the Chief God's blessing.
She nat 20'd her charisma save, praised her holy lord, and GTFO'd.
Rescuing our secondary protagonist, Yuri Karlstein, along the way. Now, apparently, at the time the game takes place, the fall of Lescatier is not total, and hope for its rescue still exists in the church's higher ups. Here
Okay.
is a picture of Yuri for reference.
Oh, hey. This sprite of him looks actually competent.
The problem is he himself is not an order-blessed hero, and as a result is about as good in combat as your average well-trained human. Putting that against the enhanced speed, strength, and coordination of a Momono won't exactly paint the lad as competent. Although you do have a point, as human gameplay is not exactly that useful.
Nope. Hell, I thought he would have looked more, you know, Alpy.
uh, I guess. Now, the story of the game has these two being sent by an Order Bishop, who optional dialogue with other soldiers in the camp paints as a borderline useless alcoholic, to retrieve an item called the Magic Sword of Truth from ruins near Lescatier before the Momono get it, as apparently the sword has wish-granting properties. Although the concern the Order has regarding what Momono would do with it are probably heavily unfounded.
Yeah, they probably just wish for a perfect hubby or for their union to be blessed with a kid the next time they tried it.
Yeah, no world conquest and such, just husband please, and passing it to the next succubus.
Yeah, but order has to order.
Right, so the two set off, Aristia very cold and professional, and Yuri trailing along behind like a misplaced puppy.
That is a way to put it, yeah.
Would you describe it any other way?
Nah, that's pretty spot on.
Moving along. We don't even get in the building before Aristia starts hearing voices in her head.
Which I immediately put to PTSD from seeing Lescatier fall.
The voice says that it's been waiting for her, for release, whatever that means. Aristia, apparently having forgotten the whole critical thinking thing, decides to go in anyway, instead of just turning around and saying, yeah, nope, it ain't there.
Well, we wouldn't have a plot with a smart protag now, would we?
Right, well, they get inside and find a surprise succubus. Well, not really a surprise, but Aristia didn't expect her. Said succubus asks if Aristia and Yuri are eloping and offers lessons. I'll leave up to the imagination what those lessons would be about.
Oh, wink wink, a nudge nudge. But, from there, the succubus and Aristia have a limited special effects fight.
Exactly, but we do get to see some of the effects of being a god-touched hero. Despite no previously mentioned arcane training, she blocks an energy attack from the succubus with a golden sort of energy shield, and is able to unsheath and use her sword in the blink of an eye.
Yep. And the succubus is about to run scared till the MacGuffin happens.
The succubus, thinking better of her life choices, decides to flee. Aristia gives chase because she apparently never learned the definition of quit when you're ahead. When she reaches the base of the stairs, a massive spell circle lights up and Aristia is basically one shot, put on her knees and drained of her power.
Yep. All her powers gone, and eludes can begin.
Yep. The succubus approaches to take advantage of the situation, but Yuri finally grows a pair and goes on the offensive, driving the succubus back and suggesting they retreat. Aristia, again displaying a lack of critical thinking, decides against it and orders him to stand aside.
Which results in the first quote unquote scene.
Yep, Aristia gets turned into a lesser succubus, and Yuri takes said lesser succubus to the pelvis. However, apparently this was a hallucination, as we discover after the scene wraps up.
Yep, all some Mamano Twilight Zone shit.
They fake her out before running deeper inside, and we discover things are worse than expected. Aristia is, at this moment, weaker than a baseline human. Apparently that spell circle in the first room of the ruins slapped some kind of curse on her. The plan is now apparently find the sword and use it to take the curse off.
Right, and along the way, well, a lot happens.
Yes, the first one after the succubus was an Alrene. And the Alrene transformation is where we get the impression that, like most other Order heroes, Aristia has some emotional issues and repressed memories.
Yep, your local hero just wants a head pat and a hug. Pass it around.
Apparently, some of the repressed memories include her interacting with her own mother, and sometime in her life referred to as happy. She refers to it as stolen and that she was told to forget it even though it was so important and that she wants to get it back. When she leaves the hallucination, she remembers what the important thing she remembered even was.
Well, folks, welcome to the actual story.
Aristia then helps some honeybees, realizes she never thought about talking with Momono, and then her and Yuri press on despite being explicitly warned the ruins weren't safe for humans.
And from here, it's loots and small story threads.
The big story dump happens way later, immediately after the cursed sword sequence. Before this, we discover that Aristia's mother was a courtesan, and her father was a member of one of Lescatier's noble families. She was, for reasons unknown, given to an orphanage as a little girl.
Likely to keep things hidden, nobles seem to be like that.
That just strikes me as mind-meltingly dumb. Why not just adopt her yourselves? But these are Lescatier nobles. Nobody said they listened to reason.
Could have been an affair he didn't want coming to light.
Fair enough. But anyways. And yes, there are loads of transformations before the Cursed Sword, but those offer very little by way of storyline afterward.
Lot of fun making your hubby watch, though.
Yes, it was. But anyways, in the memories unlocked by the Cursed Sword sequence, we discover that Aristia and Yuri were friends when they were small children.
Yeah, that was cute.
However, the Order eventually came for and recruited Aristia into hero training. Aristia was then made to forget her friendship with and promise to Yuri. We never learn what that promise is or was, but it's implied that they promised each other that they would end up being together. But again, we don't know. Promise under the guise that they were selfish and would hinder her ability to be a good hero. And again, this girl is, okay, it's pixel art, so the age is really hard to tell, but I'd put her anywhere from 7 to 10.
Way too young and way too impressionable.
So she does as told. And then we pan down to see adult Aristia and Yuri watching this sequence happen, both of them more than a little upset.
Yep, some shenanigans to set the scene there. But either way, they basically start doubting the church right here.
Right, now after this, we encounter a massive lore dump from the game's, I guess you could call it a subplot.
Oh yeah, researcher lady.
Basically, Lescatier's court mage quit her job and moved out into the wilderness for her health, rapidly integrating into a Momono community.
And she eventually, we assume, becomes monsterized.
Yes, but before that, we discover she befriended and formed a close bond with the Lilim Druella, who gave her an unspecified gift.
Hope they cover that in a later game.
We never find out the mage's name, but given some things she mentions in her diary, I have a theory as to what or, well, who she ends up becoming. And I'm perfectly fine being wrong. After some more hallucinations, and Aristia's mind becoming increasingly corrupt, much to Yuri's concern, they end up in the chamber the sword lies in. It was real, but not the way the Order portrayed it.
And much to no one's surprise at this point, she wishes for love.
And she transforms into a succubus, for realsies this time, and then Yuri proceeds to take an actual Momono to his actual pelvis.
By the way, the scene's written. He does this several times.
We cut to them later walking around Lescatier, Yuri presumably having incubized at this point. They converse briefly with the pair of Momono we see in the beginning. Aristia thanks Druella for her help. There's an encounter with the succubus Wilmarina from the Fallen Brides stories. The two end up deciding to go on an adventure with a Lilim named Mari. From there, you move into a sort of post-game room where you can view the Momono sprites and rewatch the monsterization sequences.
Yeah, that seems to wrap it up.
Pretty much. What were your thoughts about it?
Oh boy, did we get lewd on this adventure.
Yeah, we kinda did.
But damn, was that ending cute?
Yeah, it really was cute. Initially, I thought the Lilim Mari was the monsterized form of the unnamed mage, but as it turns out, she's a fan-made Lilim with no obvious relation to the unnamed mage.
Yeah, that would have been a good payoff, but Mari's got a cute design.
Yep, and we do get to see her again in the sequel, a playthrough of which will be available on Patreon soon.
But that's a video for another day.
Yep.
Till then, shall we sign off?
Yes, let's.
Till next time, folks.
Till next time. This video, personally, was brought to you by our lovely patrons over on Patreon: Jellybean Bazooka, Christopher Zingerly, JK, Sheldon Wolf, The Reptile King, Felix the Bard, Raymond, and Eobard Thawne. Thank you so much, you guys. We also have a store on Teespring, which I heavily suggest you check out. We have t-shirts, we have phone cases, we have stickers, all that good stuff. And if you want early access to videos, access to an art gallery, and potential discounts on commissions, please come support us on Patreon. We are so close to our $100 or 10 patron goal, where my co-host and I will watch, react to, and review various Monster Girl anime. Please like the video and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you all again soon, so bye now!